Welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. Because I want to. What are you pulling your tongue out for? Because I want to. Oh, unsubscribe. Don't pull faces if the weather changes. Is he alright? Not really. Tracy, come on. He's been crazy today. Got the popcorn? Good. Sit down. Coca-Cola? Great. Come on. Crisps? Good. What flavour? Vegetable? Fantastic. Got us 7 a day. Or is it 4 a day? I don't know. Tracy? Doesn't matter. Shut up. Listen to him. Well, healing your friends and family. Brilliant. This is a question put to me by many people throughout the week, month, and sometimes the year. A lot of the times I don't really talk about it too much, but let's talk about it today. As a healer, I can share with you only my knowledge through experience, nothing else. So, okay, how do you know where to go when you heal somebody? Meaning on their body system. So first of all, when I first started healing, I practiced the art of pranic. I really enjoyed that. It's a fantastic starter point for me, it was. And then I started listening to myself, because there were certain things that just didn't feel right. And within any kind of practice, most of us feel that we have to stick to the exact practice, or else you're not doing it right. But what I found, and I think what you might find, is that when you do something that doesn't feel right, your heart tells you it's not right, but your mind says shut up and do what you're told, because we've been programmed that way. But me being a little bugger that I am, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. So basically I was sat here and my healing bed was over there, and I was giving healing from here, and it didn't feel right. At the end I'd do the cupping, I'd do the combing and what have you, but you probably don't even know what that is, but maybe you do. But anyway, I used to go over at the end and finish off doing the cleansing of the energy and you know, all of these things. But it just never felt right. It just felt like it was too clinical, too magical, in the sense of, oh, is it getting to them, and like, my mind was all over the place. It just didn't feel right. Great hits, I call it, meaning that each client would get up and say they felt a lot better, but there was just something niggling me. So as time went on, I started getting closer with my seat. That's my inner little devil. Ooh, hey Tracy, I told you he's got the devil in him. Haven't we all up here? Yeah, you get rid of it. You try and get rid of it. Away with you. No, I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I love being in you. Why? Because you just do everything that I tell you. Yeah, the devil stays longer when you obey. When you don't obey and follow your own instinct, he goes, because this ain't working, is it? Let's go to somebody else. Anyway, shut up, man. Just get on with it. Sorry, Trace. Sorry, Shaz. Okay, so my seat got further and further closer to the client as I'm doing the work. And one day it got that close that I was sat here and the bed was here, and I was basically working on the client that way. It took a while, but I got there. And then all of a sudden I need to go over there. So I got the seat and put it over there very quietly, and then worked on the head, and then got the seat and then worked on the stomach, and then got the seat and worked on the feet. So then I thought, you know what? Forget putting your seat here and there. Put a seat by the head and put a seat by the feet. And then you can go from one to the other. And that's how I started Pure Energy Healing. I started listening to me, and I felt more comfortable doing what felt right. What does pure energy healing mean? It means following your own truth, following your own feelings. So yeah, getting back to the great question, how do you know where to go? It's a knowing inside. And that knowing just leads you to a certain place on the body without you knowing. And that's something that is very difficult for humanity to grasp, because humanity have been told that if you haven't studied and you don't know what you're doing, that means that you don't know what you're doing. And in actual fact, to break down the walls and to chip away all of that nonsense is part of the pure energy healing technique, to take away all of that and to trust your inner guide. So you'll go somewhere and you won't even know why you're there. But when you meet somebody who's going through a terrible time, what do you do when you meet them and sit and have a coffee with them? What is your natural reaction without a thought and feeling? It's to touch them. It's to hold them. It's to feel them. And that's exactly the same thing as pure energy healing. There's no difference. So your client or your family, your friend, you feel them and you touch them. So that touch is a form of healing. So I've just extended that. I've just gone a little bit further and said, okay, so you touch somebody and you naturally heal them. Is there any way that you can extend that, make it stronger, make it more powerful, and make it so that I feel more and know what I'm doing a little bit more in that feeling? So, okay, I'm a natural healer, that's okay, but I'd like to extend that and become more, just a little bit more, I can't think of the word, but it just feels like I want to understand it more. I want to know it more. I want to feel it more. I want to be better at it, and I want to do this because I want to do it more than, I just do it naturally anyway. So you're going on to a different level of healing. From a natural healer, which we all are, we go on to becoming more of a practitioner. And that takes time, practice makes persistence. So like, I've got a choice of where to sit if I want, or I decided to stand this time instead of sit. So my client's lying down and I started to just feel, and I went over all the body from top to toe, just going up and down with my hand. And that's kind of like a kind of scanning. You're just feeling for anything. So what you might say to me is, I don't feel it, Tracy. I don't feel anything when I do that over your body. It's a bit silly. I don't even feel anything. Well, that's okay. You might not feel anything. So the 3 places I would suggest to go to begin with, if you're not feeling anything, is to get comfortable and go around the head, or around the heart, or around the stomach. And even if you want, go down to the feet. And these places, just be there. So 1 hand or 2 hand. 1 hand held out if you want, and 1 hand gently over the stomach. Now, like I said, I was over here at one time, and now I'm right next to my client, and it used to be that my hands were up here over them, and now it's like here, around here. And sometimes it's even here. Okay, and sometimes it's even here, but just gently. And the reason why is I can feel sometimes the stomach movement, and it's incredible. When your eyes are closed, you can hear it. If you're down by the stomach, you can hear the rumbling. That's the body movement. And then up to the heart, you can feel the heart move at times. And if you go to the head, you can feel the head, and it's incredible how there's movement all over the body. Bones move, muscles move, everything moves sometimes. It's like, okay, I'm in the right place now. And then sometimes you're pulled from one place to another. You get literally pulled to the place where it needs healing. It's incredible, that pull. So how do we answer that question? Where do you go when you're healing? There are certain signs that are amazing, and that is within the hands or within your own natural body. And those signs can be a tingling, a cold, freezing feeling, a feeling of juvenation. Woo! Euphoria. I can't speak today. Euphoria. He's bloody thick, isn't he, Tracy? He bloody is. He needs to swallow a dictionary. Anyway, feeling good. Oh, that feels good. And then sometimes you'll feel your heart being pumped up from the inside. That's another amazing feeling. Also, you'll feel open more. Your head will feel open, or you'll feel dizzy, or ooh, I'm going to fall over in a minute. So there's loads of different energies. There's another one which is, I've got hiccups, or these are all energies that's flowing through you, and you're becoming part of the healing process. Because when you heal somebody, you heal yourself. And that's because the energy runs through you first and goes into the client. So you're bound to be healed by the same energy. So look for the signs. They're subtle, they're beautiful, and sometimes you don't even realize because you think they're natural within your body doing what it's doing. But actually, those are the signs of what's needed to be done, cleansed and cleared. If you hiccup, it means you need to cleanse and clear. You need to clear it out. That's why the hiccup's out. Coughing, cleansing. Same with your client. If your client starts to cough, smile and say, this is very normal. It's very natural, because you're getting rid of your detoxing. So your body's literally throwing it out. So it comes out as a cough sometimes. Sometimes it can come out as sick. So sometimes your client can get up and just literally throw up. That's happened many times here in the academy. Don't particularly enjoy cleaning it up, but I did got to the point where I used to say to the practitioners and anybody else at one point, I didn't really like saying it, but I used to say at the start, if anybody's sick, please clean your own sick up. Because I remember having to clean up people's sick, and I'm thinking, I don't want to be doing this. But it's a release. You've got to get it out. The reason why is because they ran out after they were sick, because they went out and they were even more sick, and they were all like, what's wrong with me? What's happening? It's called purging. You're cleansing, you're clearing all of that 10, 20, 30, 40 years of your life being in suffering and pain and illness and sickness and whatever you've eaten which is wrong. It's all coming out, and it happens in here quite often. When you're over a certain part of the body of your family or your loved ones, sometimes they can go into this kind of tear, and that's the heart opening. So they start crying, and it's a constant cry. Sometimes it can be a really, really heavy cry. Just stay right where you are, where you've hit the spot. So stay there and let them purge, let them vent, let them clear. Okay, that's great. Because the crying stops. It might be 10 minutes, it might be an hour, doesn't matter. You're there, you're doing a great job, well done you. Also, if your client goes to sleep, that's an amazing sign. That's a sign that says, like, the cat turns upside down and lies on you. It means that it trusts you and it's happy to fall asleep. Okay, that's a beautiful sign. It says that you're a beautiful soul. So if your client falls asleep, that's a brilliant sign. So every time we hear snoring, fabulous. Now you can really get on and do the work. Because a lot of the times the clients are in this fidgety mode, or their body's like twitching because of all the energy flying around. And then your mind starts thinking, oh, I'm not doing a good job. It's all wrong. They're not even relaxed and all that, when really there's some great work being done. So a lot of the times we hold ourselves back from being an amazing healer because of our mind, and it's always in our mind that causes the real disruption, the real pull you back from who you really are and how powerful you are. So most of pure energy healing is telling people how to get out of the mind and stop listening to it. Oh, should I be here? Shouldn't I be here? Where should I go? What should I do? All of that nonsense. I'm not really a healer. Mind. It's all the programming that you've been told by your family, by everybody around you. You're not good enough. How could you be that? You need to be an expert. You need to do it. It's all nonsense. All nonsense, but deliberate. So, hope that helped a little bit. I could have gone into detail, and maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I'll really go into great detail, and we can spend hours on that one particular subject. Next question, how long do I stay? If I've touched something and they're crying, or everything's going well and it's brilliant, how long do I stay there? You stay there as long as you feel you need to stay there, and there is no rush. And if there is a rush, that's because your mind's telling you to hurry up. So if your mind's in control, then I'm afraid you've lost already. So your mind never should. If you're looking at the clock, forget it. Don't bother. I mean, if you're a practitioner, you know you've got another client, then that's different. But for me, a good healing session is an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. But like I said, you're there as long as you need to be. Sometimes you'll get a feeling in your body. And then when you're working, all of a sudden you get a pain somewhere. That pain is predominantly the client. So if, like, say you're working on the heart and all of a sudden you get a pain in your stomach, go down to their stomach, exactly where you get the pain. But now take both hands and go to one side and the opposite side. So you're making sure that you're going to work on both sides, because sometimes we can be mirror images for the client. So you think, oh, I've done this so many times. I've done a reading on a client and said, oh my God, your elbow's really in pain. And they'll go, no, it's the other elbow. And I'll go, oh my God, that's because we're mirrors. So sometimes, to avoid that, go to both sides. If you feel a pain in your elbow, go both elbows and work on both of their elbows. It's just, just clever things which yeah, I think work for me anyway. How long? What are the signs? I've already told you. Is there anything dangerous I need to be aware of? Yeah, this. Your brain, your old teachings, your old weaknesses. There. That's the only issue. The only two things you can do as a healer is you can heal or you don't do anything. So that's my understanding of healing. So it's always good to cleanse and clean like anything else. After you've done a hard day's running, you do your stretching after that. If you don't, then you're going to suffer. Well, it's the same with healing. If you don't do your stretching afterwards, which is get yourself and stretch by a tree, or go to Mother Earth, or get some beautiful Palo Santo, get some sage, cleanse and clear, get some beautiful natural oils like Palo Santo, frankincense, myrrh, all of these beautiful oils that I use. You just find some oils that work for you and rub them all over and have a nice salt bath and do some self-healing, which is fantastic. It's just it's like anything else. You just got to take care of yourself after you've done some hard work. People say to me it's dangerous. Well, I've done over 10,000 clients. Do I look like it's dangerous? He's being silly again, Tracy. Get that other packet, get the Twix, get the Mars bar as well. Come and sit down. Oh, he's good. Let's listen to him. He's great. We should do this one day. Oh, Tracy, come on, love. Get up. Okay. Do you know what? 20 minutes is okay. Let's have fun. This has been a great 20 minutes. I'll do a lot more videos on pure energy healing, of how a healer has learned how to heal and shares his information, knowledge and wisdom through experience to you, because I love you. Thank you so much for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic oils, crystals, incense and all the tools that I've worked with over these 20 years. I hope they serve you well as they did me. Have a great day.